PGA Tour is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Northern Shore Open is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group today.
Hi Luke, I'm pleased to be covering this featured group. We've got a fresh rivalry developing between these two players as well, so that should provide some great entertainment to the spectators this week.
So it looks like they aim to beat Justin Thomas. Should add a bit of extra excitement to our coverage today, Henny.
Oh, that goes without saying, Luke, but Justin Thomas will not be easy to beat. I don't think there's a more competitive man out there on tour.
No, you're absolutely right there. He's a complete player. It'll certainly be interesting to keep an eye on this rivalry throughout the event. Oh, a lovely opportunity to save par here. Get excited. This could go in. Well, that's a no-fuss par to get the round underway, Rich.
Nothing wrong with an opening par, just easing their way into this round.
Now let's hear from our on-course reporter, John McCarthy, who I see is just rolling up his beach towel. Been striding the fairways here in Florida for the last couple of days leading up to the event. John, what's the Emery Beach Club all about?
Well, Luke, one thing it's about is it's about water. Water hazards will feature prominently on this course this week. The greens also very undulating. There are ridges, there are shelves, there are tiers. I hope the players have done their homework this week because these approach shots into these greens, they're always important, but especially so here at Emery Beach. Several holes feature one of Beamer's nemesis, the tiny bunker. The tiny bunker is in play this week, so you got to be careful off the tee as they seem to pop out where you least expect them. Beautiful Florida course, though. I will enjoy the scenery, and I hope the players will enjoy the challenge of Emery Beach Club this week.
So no movement there. The player remains at even par. Teeing off here at the third hole.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively. The tempo there was exquisite.
And this effort by Justin Thomas.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? This would be a great up and down. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? That's a well-played chip shot there.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
Always the toughest hole in the game. A long par 4. Well, I'm sure it looked better in their mind before they hit it. Henny, that ball seems to be sitting down. Is it bad?
Looks like they have a good lie here in the second cut.
Yeah, that one will play. And here we are with the third shot. Just 2 shots behind. Going with a 3-wood here. Wow, what a shot. That's just inside the range. This is a par putt. Get in the hole. Nice putt to make that one. Give yourselves a pat on the back. Trailing by a few shots after that hole. The 5th hole here at Emery Beach Golf Club is a 172-yard par 3 from the back tees. Rich, what were your thoughts?
Luke, the water on the left-hand side really is just there for decoration. Doesn't come into play. The difficult part, though, is this green sits well above the fairway there on the left-hand side. Most players are going to be bailing out, not wanting to go in that bunker to the right, but you miss it out to the left. You got a really challenging up and down.
Getting ready to play their third. Just 3 back from the leader. Now let's switch our focus to Justin Thomas.
He's got some work to do, but he's only 1 back from his rival.
Okay, time to return to the action. 11 feet to the cup. That's frustrating. We don't want to drop any more shots. Let's make this for double. It's on a good line. Yep, you'll take that. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. Now with the honour on a par 5. Time for the second shot here at the 6th. Well, doesn't take a genius to know that this is not a good place to be. Well struck. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole.
This putt to tie Justin Thomas.
Well, that'll play. Sitting at 1 over for the event. Deep into the front 9. Here we are at the 7th hole.
Nice birdie back there. On to the next.
That's not the one he wanted. Henny, I'm sure you've got a better look of that lie.
Well, it's a little deeper into the rough, but it's sitting nicely. Yep, solid connection. This is looking good.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. 5 shots off the lead. Let's see if you can make this and keep the par on the card. That was a gallant attempt. This one's for bogey. Don't mind the look of this. Ooh. Well, that's disappointing. This putt's for double. Now let's head over and see what JT's been doing.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. And that's a little disappointing, dropping some spots on the leaderboard. And now striding onto the tee of this par 3 hole.
Double bogey in the last hole. That really set this player back. Hopefully it isn't too costly.
Going with the hybrid. That's not the shot they're after.
Oh, a little shorty Baker on that action there.
Well, safer than the surface. Maybe it's time to hole a long-range bomb. And he needs this to save par. That'll sting a bit.
I think they gave that one too much respect. They didn't want to hit it too hard and go racing past the hole.
And this effort by Justin Thomas.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole. Trying to shake off the bogey on the last hole as they step onto this tee. Not a bad line, this one. Second shot here on the 9th hole. Oh, almost went in. Oh, I love this type of courage, Rich. Going forward in 2.
Absolutely. Love watching a player be bold and be rewarded for it.
This is a good chance. Oh, super putt that. What an eagle.
Ayo, lu Dol. Udah belum?
Here we go, Rich. The back 9 on Sunday. What are your thoughts so far?
Well, Luke, I've been enjoying this pair of rivals.
Kalau lu all gol nih.
Two of them are pretty even for the event so far. Very interested to see who will come out of
Roji.
this with the bragging rights. 8 days a week, that rhythm works.
And they're playing from about 140 yards out.
Oh, kagak kok. Ini gue nyari inian doang, nyari cepek. Lawan orang mah ribet. Ribet lawan orang. Lama bet. Ayo sama lu makanya download itu di bawah sayang-sayang. Bambang nggak mainin.
To pull ahead of Justin Thomas, this group rivalry could get interesting.
Bambang nggak mainin itu, Li. Ya Allah, kagak masuk.
And that should secure the par on this one. Now let's switch our focus to Justin Thomas.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what
Masih ngeplus ini, ampun dah.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. Time to tee off on the 11th. Going with the 5-wood.
And this player seems to not be too intimidated having Justin Thomas in their group today. That was a fantastic shot into this green.
Now let's head over and see what JT's been doing.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up?
Udah download cuman apa 24 giga kok golf.
Standings after that effort. Here we are, Rich, on the 12th tee at Emery Beach. And this par 5 is at 550 from the back tees.
And what a hole this is. Bunker down the right-hand side. Comes in
Ya Allah.
really miss hit it. But the one right
Di PC tahu dah di Steam berapa gitu harganya nggak tahu gua.
If you avoid all that, second shot fairly straightforward. Anything bailing out to
Ya
the
di bawah ada Kunti. Ah, siap.
for your up and down birdie.
Ah, siap.
Oh, that was pure. Sitting at 1 over. Oh, stop it. What a shot. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 9 feet from the cup.
Oh, wonderful effort. Confirms the par. Trailing by 7 after that hole. Next up is a par 4. Always a stern test. Looks like they got all of that one. That's on a good line. Second shot.
Lihat aja gue di Steam berapa. Harusnya series kan. Kalau ini PS kan gue gratis kan. Lu juga gratis lah. Monthly nih.
Didn't quite have the right stuff there.
Well, definitely the wind had to have gotten a hold of that one.
Ya, ya. Ah, ya kali dah.
Didn't that look good for
Aduh.
a long time?
Ya kali dah.
It makes putty easy if you can chip it that close.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
Par putt coming up here. And this effort by Justin Thomas.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
They're a long way from the hole here.
Dongkol banget itu habis revive kita berdua ya kan.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard.
Terus musuhnya kagak mati. Ah, ya kali dah. Keki.
Let's see what happens here at the 14th. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
This is down breeze, so it's going to be tough to stop it on this green.
Iya. Suka bla apa tuh? Gua kagak tahu terusannya tuh bla apa tuh.
Better be careful out there. It's danger. It's heading left, isn't it? Well, it's found the surface, but that's about as much as you can say about it.
Outside chance.
Oh, ngeblem. Iya. Tai aja. Ya, ngeblem bahasa Betawi. Jerman Timur. Waduh, ini bagaimana ini? Lah, mentegan Hastar. Tai banget, gue dibohong.
Well done. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard. Well, let's get amongst this 15th hole. That's some good golf right there. Sitting at +1.
Udah males dia kok.
Going with the 5-iron here.
Udah males main. Kemarin sempet dia main sama Benny sama Ronin. Tumben buru-buru udahan.
Not bad. Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. And the putt drops. Now even par heading down the stretch. And it's time to recap that play.
What an amazing putt from way out.
Let's take another look at Tiger from earlier. So after that hole, he's now up to even with the card. It's time for a one-shotter. Choosing the 9-iron here.
Ya elah.
Unable to find the green on this one.
Oh, the wind wreaks havoc with another golf ball.
Ooh.
Aduh.
Absolute beauty, particularly
Nyaris itu go. Buset.
good one to make. It's for par. Down she goes. Let's head to the next. Emery Beach Golf Club is another.
Tiangnya nggak, ya nggak? Gimana?
Par 4 at 17.
Gimana? Dah beliin dah gue alat-alat golf dah. Gua kagak ngerti dah.
So players really want to bail out to the right and leave themselves with just a nice, short little pitch shot. Only the brave and the longest are really going to want to challenge this green. A great opportunity for one final birdie.
Now let's switch our focus to Justin Thomas.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Second shot here on the 17th.
Ya elah, kucluk.
How close was that to going down?
Waduh, ini parah nih. Ini parah nih.
Playing their fourth shot.
Ini nggak masuk bugi nih gua. Ya. Bugi gua. Anjay. Turunannya deras banget turunannya. Gue kesel banget. Tangan gue tremor. Double bogey gue anjir.
It's back uphill and nothing worse than leaving an uphill putt short.
Tai banget ya double bogey gue. Triple nih. Agak dong. Ini mah turnamen kalah menang sama rival doang anjir.
That should find the fairway. Second shot here at the 18th.
Ya. Elah. Susah cowok asli cowok. Lu hilang fokus, hilang semua ya. Sepik aja ya kan.
Going with the 6-iron here.
Biarin bunker, jangan di air.
Time now for the fourth shot.
Soalnya nggak di ini nggak dikasih cendol gitu.
Still,
Kalau kasih cendol mah buset. Bagus mainnya ya kagak sama aja.
oh, they'll be stoked with that. They could
Sama
have been
aja.
a score, but a
Gue menang sama rival doang, Cok.
Saving one there after
Ngeplus
being
gua,
all over
anjir.
the parking lot, chipping in for the par.
Udah all belum Roji nih? Ji.
And Henny, no win
Kalau all kabarin. Mafia udah tamat gua. Udah tamat. Mati. Apa si jagoan gua siapa namanya lupa gua kemarin. Males Ri, perang Ri. Ini aja ke levelnya gue mau turunin Ri. Gue udah dikontrak Nike Adidas pada kabur anjir. Awal-awal bagus gitu-gitu. Awal-awal bagus, lama-lama gembel ya kan, banyak yang dipikirin. Curhat anjir. Gue Ari juga main tau gue. Gua berhenti main kalau ini gua nggak dapet minimal 5 under par. Golf lu main kan, Ri? Lu udah download kan? Itu Vigo mau download Ri. Iya dia nanya di PC tapi dia nanya mau beli di PC. Gitu.
Today's coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very much looking forward to bringing you the action from the golf course for this week's featured group. Now there is a sense of maybe fear, heightened competition this week, as this player has said that they're starting up a rivalry with their playing partner.
Well, it looks like this player is
Speak aja lu, Ri.
which very few people can boast.
Dia ngerti
This should
kok.
be an exciting showdown, Henny.
Luke, Lexi's young but has been on tour for about 30, 40 years it seems. She's been playing forever. She doesn't lack in experience. She can do it all. Not to mention, you'll be looking at her back for most of the day because she'll outdrive you.
Yes, Lexi loves the long ball, and so do we. Good luck in this rivalry because when Lexi gets on top, it's very hard to beat her. Nicely hold, and for par.
Very nice par indeed. Very
Kalau tips
solid.
jadi beban sama gua gampang, Ri. Gampang, ntar gua ajarin tips-tipsnya.
He finds himself tied for six.
Gua udah fasih banget gua.
The second hole is a long par 3.
Yang ini kenceng banget anjir.
30 yards.
Yes, the green runs from right to left and chases away from the player on the tee. You can hit it short right and have it bounce on to the flag sticks that are on the right.
Anginnya
However,
kenceng,
when
Cok.
back left, you don't want to come up short and left in a low area. That'll leave a very difficult up and down.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. This would be a great par.
Ya, awas masuk angin. Gua nggak mau ngeplus.
Let's head to the next. Rich, the first exposure to the famous lake here.
Ri, Vigo ngajakin WZ no.
Is the third.
There's a lot of intimidating tee shots on this golf course, Luke. This could be number one. Water down the left-hand side, you obviously want no part of. But if you miss it right,
Di kamar,
in the
sayang, di
rough,
kamar.
that is very gnarly and nasty to come
Bisa
out.
pilih caddy yang seksi, ada kok.
The player moving from right to left.
Ada di sini caddy-nya cewek, cuman jelek-jelek banget.
Awfully quick coming down that green. Don't chip it.
Jelek-jelek banget caddy-nya. Gak Pierre elah. Gua digangguin Pierre gua. Speak aja dulu.
This would be a great up and down from this spot.
Cuma kamu ganggu aku.
Oh, I thought that one was going in.
Misi sayang, misi bentar.
That's very crafty, isn't it?
Bentar aku lagi main nih. Aduh, jangan dipukul dong. Jangan suka main terus, jangan suka main terus. Nah iya Ri, tenang Ri. Gue kasih kisi-kisinya tai lah. Kevin udah males Ri main Warzone. Udah ada 2 mingguan dia nggak main. Maksudnya nggak intens. 2 minggu juga. Seminggu paling main sekali. Udah nggak main lagi deh. Makanya itu Battle Pass Season 5 gue nggak beli. Gue mau minta sama Roji. Roji ada koin. No, Morris no.
Rich, I love being back at Bay Hill every time because you get to honor the absolute legend of our game, the King Arnold Palmer.
Tapi Doi katanya mau inin gua, Go.
Something extra special this week, isn't it?
Mau ngasih gua. Awas nih Go, Eagle nih Go.
Arnold Palmer's
Eagle kasih apaan Go? Cepet chat Eagle nih gua.
And you have all the monuments, especially the statue right there to the right behind number 1 in
Eagle signature anjir.
Get a chill down your spine like, man, this is some
Eagle
kind of awesome
signature nggak ada yang lain apa? Biar Osir signature nih ya.
Knockoff course that's very easy for these guys, but listen, they come back here every year.
Ada Pierre Go, Ri. Ada Pierre. Ada Pierre, gue dialingin. Apaan udah gagal? Berdi nih. Berdi ya, dapat nih ya, Berdi ya. Tuh, Yer, awas dong Yer. Yer, awas dong Dek. Yer, awas dong Yer. Ya sebatang Berdi. Ari bangsat juga Ari. Berdi gue sebatang. Aduh. Ada mayan Ri, batang Ri. Masih aman. So far so on. Tahu mah di stadi ngalingin gua. Jadi Ri lagi bener-bener butuh ini. Yer, jangan dong Yer. Gojeknya 33. Rokoknya cenggo. Rokoknya 2000. Ya itu Om Ari. Astaga.
Great touch.
A chance to save the par if he can make this one.
Now they can move ahead here if they hold this and leave Lexi Thompson behind.
Ayo Go, Ari besok libur tahu Go, ajak main Go. Ari libur besok Go. Pas berempat kita nih. Masih ada dia Go. Gue peringkat 4 coy. Nih, gue dapet eagle nih. Boleh sama kalah mah dikasih.
Of the left-hand bunker out there will leave a layup out to the right, and then you just have a short pitch on from there. This is a really solid birdie opportunity.
The ladies' game has been dominated by Koreans for such a long time, but America has been able to have this resurgence basically off the back of Lexi Thompson and the generation she's starting to inspire.
Lexi Thompson is so fun to watch because she's got a very unique swing, and when you look at it, you kind of look back and you go, okay, that went a long way. Okay, that went right at the hole. And she's got such control over a golf ball. It's amazing. And the wins are going to continue to pile up for her year after year.
Hah?
I'm blown away by the
Awas
fact
dong, Yer.
that she is so aggressive on every single shot. There is no laying up in her game, and I love that. Now, that might cost her a few wins, but I tell you what, she's going to have a lot of wins because of that as well. I love the way she plays the game. It's exciting.
Orang-orang ngiranya main golf gampang ya, padahal kan pakai analog kanan ya mukulnya ya. Mukul pakai analog kanan ya. Lu kagak lurus mah ya metong. Yer beneran Yer, Papa kelitikin kamu Yer, asli dah. Jangan dipencet. Yer, ini pukulan pertama nentuin, jangan ditindiin dong, Yer. Aduh, ini Papa mau mukul nih, Mah. Yer, jangan ditindiin. Ada 3.400 orang ini yang nonton, malu gua. Aduh, Yer. Iya. Elah lu. Tawa lagi lu gendut. Yer. Aduh. Jangan. Yer. Naik Delman. Sana. Yer. Kejauhan kan tuh. Papa ngepar nih.
She's 2 strokes behind her rival this week.
Yer, jangan dong. Aduh, sakit dong, Dek. Jangan digituin, Dek. Tara. Diam, Bab. Ya. Aduh. Yer. Ini Ya Allah, dikit lagi. Dikit lagi tuh, aturan Papa dapat birdie.
This one to save par.
Nice looking putt. Well, that'll maintain the momentum. Nice par putt.
Gendut, aturan gua dapat birdie. Yer, aduh sakit dong, Yer. Jangan gitu dong. Dek, aduh. Jangan gitu dong, Dek.
Love this tee shot here, Luke. The fairway camera is pretty good from right to left, kicking the golf ball towards that bunker. So make sure to take one left club off this tee.
Papa, itu kan tuh ngeraf kan.
Make sure that you take enough club for your second shot to carry the edge. If not, that golf ball will come flying back off the green into the drink.
Ya, ini Papa kena pohon ini. Awas dong sayang. Nggak bisa cam kok. Gue yang gue lagi ngecas karena ada 3 lubang ya. Kalau gue pakai cam, gue kan pakai kipas yang USB buat PS. Yer, jadi gue nggak bisa ngecam. Yer, Allahu Akbar Xavier. Bener dah. Dek, bener deh, jangan digelayutin gitu dong.
And choosing the 8 iron here. Come on, get a good bounce.
Aduh, Dek.
What if they can here, Henny?
Ini Papa ngepar ini. Kamu jangan gangguin dong. Kiri nggak bisa ini. Ini bukan apa-apaan nih. Ya, Dek, tolong dong, Dek, jangan, Dek. Masuklah. Aduh. Papa ngepar mulu tuh dari tadi.
Oh, what a shot that was. Why don't we revisit the magic?
Yeah, let's see this again. Have this one on repeat.
Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She made bogey, gave one back on the last hole.
Jangan digebrak, Yer. Ya, biar jangan nindiin Papa mulu dong, Yer. Papa mau mukul ini. Papa mau mukul, Dek. Allahu Akbar. Yer, nggak bisa Papa mukul kalau kamu begini. Aduh. Dek, tolong apa, Dek?
Right up in the canopy of the trees.
Anginnya kencang Mali.
And he's down there.
Setting up with the wind in their face.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron. That's a smart option. Back into the field. And here we are with the third shot. 3 shots off the lead. This putt for par here. Looking really good. And he holds it. What a putt.
Par terus.
Well, that's worth a replay. Let's take another look.
Udah. Kenapa harus setiap papa memukul?
Rolls end to end. Thing of beauty.
Rich, this player's just a few shots back with the last
Mantap, peringkat 5 papa sekarang.
The greyhound or the bunny?
I want to be the greyhound. I'm sprinting away if I possibly can. This player's 3 back. They need to start sprinting.
Dek.
Not quite sure about the strike on that
Aduh,
one.
jangan bunker
Just gonna
dong.
be heading towards the rough. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
He's about 155 from this whole location.
Cuci kaki.
Going with the 7.
Wow, did this come out beautifully.
Not a bad approach, that one, up onto the green.
Nah, baru berdiri gue.
Be a pretty good hole. This is Lexi Thompson. How close was that to going? This putt will move them to 3 under par. Looking really good, this one.
Nice.
Ooh, nice putt to make for a birdie. And with that, we'll move to 3 under
Peringkat
par.
3. Lumayan.
A share of 3rd place.
Well, now things have gotten interesting. Closing the gap. Going and going and going.
This one from about 160.
All in one signature 5 slop. All in one itu kudu di 3 pukulan, Go. Kalau 4 pukulan nggak bisa gua.
Going with the 8-iron here.
Needs a little members bounce to the right.
Jangan turun. Makanya nge-gym biar buset. Emang harusnya begitu, Go. Kebanyakan tuh all in one di 3 shot. 4 shot nggak ada. Even pun Tiger Woods tuh nggak pernah gue udah ngeliat. Selalu di main di 3 shot.
Go to your home, ball. Go to your home.
Berdi lagi, Cok.
That one. And their rival knows it too. They heard the cheers.
Nih Eagle nih gua nih.
Enjoying a one-shot.
Eagle nih gua percaya gua. Langsung peringkat 1 nih gua.
This is getting interesting.
And the 12th hole, Rich.
Bismillah.
The 4th hole. Arnold Palmer has really started to mimic front and back nines.
He does. It's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
To the right. You got to avoid both those bunkers there, both right.
Eagle 2 bungkus jadi.
You find the fairway. Again, second shot slightly uphill.
Gak bisa, anjir, gak bisa Eagle
One of the
gua.
big dangers here though is going long. That is a big no
Gak bisa kok.
to miss it long on this 12th.
Getting ready to play their 3rd.
The breeze is moving left to right up there.
Well, that's comfortably on the dance floor. Well played. A wonderful shot and a birdie opportunity coming up at the 12th.
Full of confidence as well with their putter. Gotta like their chances.
Hey, that's a chance. Mark it down. That's birdie number 5.
Birdie lagi, Cok. Gue peringkat 2, gue tuh. Peringkat 1 sama Sunburns. Cuman dia udah 15 di hole 15, gue hole 12.
It does more so than it should. It's just a long iron or a hybrid off the tee.
Ya Allah.
Right hand side.
Astaga, giliran lagi enak kenapa begini sih?
Don't want to miss your second shot right. So bail out to the left hand side, make a par.
Ngepar nih.
Well, every week
Par
there's a
dong.
certain bunch of players that everyone keeps an eye on. This one seems to be exactly in that company. One of the strong favourites to win, don't you think?
Par dong.
It's never a surprise when you speak this player's
Anjir,
name. They've
bogi
been
lah.
so good all year long. They've got to be
Kesel
one
lah
of the
nih
favorites
kalau
not
nggak
only for
masuk,
this tournament,
bogi gue
but
anjir
also
lah.
for the season-long FedEx Cup.
Harus masuk nih.
And here we are with their 4th. He shares the lead.
Ngepar, Cok.
Needed that in a big way,
Go
chipping in for
ngepar
par.
gue, gila.
Let's have another look at that one.
Yeah,
Gila.
This one. What a chip in.
Terribly far
Gila gue.
And another of the uphill par 3s, the 14th.
Nah ini nih, hole in one nih. 5 slop.
Tee shot lines you up over on the left-hand side where you'll find those bunkers. But if you bail out to the right, well, now you're running into a low area that you have
5
a
slop.
pretty difficult chip shot to agree.
Hole in one kagak, saudara-saudara.
Firmest and fastest on this golf course.
Is that what they had in mind?
And missing it long with that approach, not a good leave.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. Putting for a par here. Job done.
Gak apa-apa ngepar. Peringkat 1 dong. Aduh, lihat tuh dari Indonesia siapa itu namanya tuh? Tony Epleng, anjay.
As we get into the closing stretch here at Bay Hill, the 15th, the par 4.
Strong par 4, dog legs from left to right. Don't miss it out to the right in that bunker. Not only are you hitting your second shot out of the trap, but also you've got some magnolia trees to deal with. This is a very difficult fairway to find because that fairway does chase away from you just over that bunker. This is a very strong par 4.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron.
Astaga.
It's fair to say that wasn't their best shot.
Greens and regulation today
Mah,
is
misi mah.
absolutely
Berdiri nih gua nih.
baseball, and that is reflective on their scorecard.
Berdiri nih gua. Anjir.
That's on the green and you never know what could happen.
Ngepar lagi aja,
Right, Henny.
ngepar lagi.
What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Firm back up the hill. This will be a good one.
Come on, ball, don't deny him.
Wah.
That's outstanding. What a putt.
Ooh, this is getting fun, isn't it?
And it's worth taking another look at that one.
I could watch this one all day.
Bahaya banget
Thought
emang.
that would go in.
Gua kalau ngeput bola tuh bahaya banget emang gua. Masih peringkat 1 kah?
Moving over to Lexi Thompson.
It's been so
Elah, Lexi, lu
tight.
ngapain?
She's tied
Nggak,
here
percuma.
with her rival. And can she pull ahead now?
And back to the play, shall we?
Seperingkat dua
One of the great parts of the finish here of Bay Hills
Oke.
Rich is the
Eagle.
fluctuations in scoring, and it all starts
Percobaan
here at the
ketiga untuk
5,
Eagle.
16th.
Ya Allah.
Kebiasaan
banget dah gua.
Find the fairway. Don't flirt with either of those bunkers out there. Second shot should be with a middle to long iron.
Astaga. Ntar lu Kak. Ntar dulu Kak. Berantakan nih gua nih. Mungkin nih.
Fairway bunker shots aren't the easiest,
Apa-apa
but
udah
you made
ngepar
that
nih.
pretty straightforward.
Ngepar aja dah. Ya Allah.
That was a little untidy, wasn't it?
Astaga.
Playing their 5th shot is currently tied for the lead. Oh, that's a high
Bugi
cover
gua.
shot. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here.
Elah, kesel dah gua.
That's a good putt to hold for
Elah,
bogey.
minus 4
He's
jadinya.
currently sitting in second.
And moving down the
Masih
leaderboard as
bisa.
well.
The par 3 17th, Rich, has got a wonderful atmosphere around it. It looks visually quite stunning, but my word, it's a brute.
This hole causes more stress for the players, I think, than any other hole in the golf course, with possibly the exception of number 3. This green is nearly impossible to find, as it is so firm historically through the years. You find the green, you make your 3, and you're smiling earlobe to earlobe.
Oh, that was such a good stroke.
Ya
Gee,
elah.
that line was looking good, wasn't it? An opportunity to make a par here.
I really hope this
Par
one drops.
lagi.
Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She's
Oh, tinggal
currently
dikit, Kak, tinggal dikit.
trailing her rival. Let's see what
Jangan
happens
bikin
here.
buru-buru.
Just one off the lead
Cakep
after
nih
that.
gua. Oke, last hole. Habis ini sudden death, dia ada sudden death gua kalau poin sama.
Finishing hole, so much drama over the years, predominantly by the great Tiger Woods. But most of the drama starts off the tee.
It does. This is actually a semi-blind tee shot. There's a mound down the right-hand side of the fairway where you can't see the golf balls land, so players won't know whether they found the fairway or missed it right, or even out on the left-hand side. Most iconic moments in all of golf, in my mind's eye, Robert Gomez holding his second shot here back in 1990 to claim the title.
Well, that's
Please,
one
sudden
job
death,
to
please.
point, Rich. They've shimmied their way onto the dance floor.
Yes, but can they keep their dancing shoes on, Luke? They need this putt to force the playoff.
Ya Allah. Peringkat 2 gua, anjir.
Disappointing to say the least.
And this putt for a final score of 68.
This looks like it's got the speed and the line.
And that will conclude his tournament to date.
Jadinya 4 under par doang, nggak apa-apa, masih boleh main ya. Aduh.
Well, Rich, we had high expectations for this player early, but sadly, no win in the end.
No, they just couldn't quite get their game going in the final round. Unfortunately, comes up a little bit short, but what can I say? Another solid performance.
On behalf of Rich Beam, Henny Kuyak, John McCarthy, I'm Luke Elvey saying so long from 2K Sports.
Menanglah gua. Tato Golf. Enggak. Gue tolak. Nike mau masuk lagi, Nike boleh. Nike masuk lagi, Nike. Boleh, boleh, boleh. Sorry ya, Tiger Woods di bawah gua, lu lihat aja dulu. Ya, sorry nih. Karena kita sombong ya. Tiger Woods udah tua, sekarang waktunya yang muda-muda yang maju. Wah, susah anjir, the players lagi lapangannya. Susah ini, Cok.
I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth. And it's hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be following this featured group because there are rumours of a rivalry brewing between these two players.
Well, Henny, it sounds like this player's going for gold. They're trying to beat Xander Schauffele.
I wouldn't want to try and beat an Olympian. A gold medal winning Olympian with hair.
Please, birdie pertama.
And a swing as
Di lobang pertama.
No, thank you. I'll leave this up to them.
Yes, I'm just looking through his list of weaknesses, and let me just list them off now. Yep, none. Good luck to you.
Oh, they're going to walk this one in.
Wuhui. Birdie pertama di first house, everybody. Senggol dong. Ingat nih, di players salah satu kejuaraan terbesar. Foto gue asli. Terus tahu gue sih begitu. Tahu gue. Nggak salah kayak UCL-nya sepak bola gitu. Apa World Cup-nya sepak bola gitu. Silakan tulis di komen kalau salah gitu. Ya. Thank you.
Driver not necessarily required here because you have to shape your tee shot from right to left, and if you're a right-handed golfer, that's not the easiest thing to do. So lefties have a better opportunity, I think, of finding this fairway than most with driver. From there, a second shot over a long bunker to a green that's very narrow, dotted by pot bunkers. Truly is one of the coolest par fives on this layout.
Nih, Eagle nih. Have a look. Keep an eye. Allah.
Oh, 5-footer. It's amazing.
Aduh, sorry guys.
All right, guys. This for 2 birdies in a row.
2 birdie in a row. Ya, udah pasti. Ya. Lu masih aja lu lo. Tuh gua tuh hole minus under par tuh. Tuh under par.
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal.
Udah pasti jiper lawan gua.
Let's take a look at the current standings. Solid play finds that.
Oh, langsung peringkat 2 gua.
Let's take a look at the par 3 third. Straight away mid-iron to short iron shot.
Hole in one. Sesuai perjanjian, hole in one.
Section of the front and a high section of the back, and anytime they put the pin all the way in the back section of the screen, well,
hole in one everybody.
good luck on
Tidak nampaknya.
long and or left. That bunker sits some.
Ya, masa gue berdiri lagi, mantep banget nggak sih? Senggol dong.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival.
Ya ini mau ngapain? Dia cuma ngepar, iya sih, nggak jadi 5 slot, nggak apa-apa kok. Tapi ntar gue kirim klipnya kalau gue dapet all in one. Ini berlaku lifetime kan? Ya Allah, nggak masuk dong. Siwer gua anjir. Ngepar dah tuh. Terlalu sombong sih.
Well, the fourth is another great example that it doesn't need to be a long par 4 to be a testing one. This fourth can be menacing, can't it?
Just a small little twisty par 4. Just going to take on a fairway wood, find the fairway. And from there, you're going to have a small second shot, probably a wedge. 3 distinct sections to this green, the front, the right, and the back left. And all of them have their difficulties when hitting your approach shot into them. However, in my mind's eye, if you find the fairway, you should have a decent...
Jangan sombong, jangan sombong.
A chance to get to 3 under with this putt. It's on a great line.
Udah pasti. 3 under par, bos.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. All right, Rich, the par 4 fifth. A strong hole this one, isn't it?
Huge mounding down the left-hand side that you want to avoid at all costs. The bunker down the right-hand side, to be fair, is not that bad. But a little further right of that, though, that's the water. You want no part of it. Second shot is downhill to a green. To be fair, that's mostly flat. Runs from back left.
Ya Allah, gue salah mencet.
Benign greens on this layup.
Astaga, ngepar dong, ngepar dong.
Yes, next one from the beach.
Ngepar dong. Op. Dah. Turun, terus.
Okay, Henny. What's he looking at?
Ngepar nih.
Has to put this one downhill.
Dah, man.
This is buckets. Well, that should limit the damage. Nicely done.
This player is putting for fun.
Trailing by a stroke after that hole. The tee shot at the par 4 6 has changed a lot now that that tree's been taken out of the way, Rich. But what do you think of this short par 2?
I missed the tree. I thought that was a really cool feature of this hole. You had to flight it underneath the tree back in the day to find the fairway. The bunker down the left-hand side has been expanded quite a bit as the lake on the left-hand side has been added as well. The front part of this green is protected by tall palm trees that will certainly make you think on your second shots. This is a wonderful little par 4.
Dapat lagi ke sana.
Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie.
Birdie lagi, Cok.
Now heading over.
Easy peasy.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. And that makes him tied for first.
And after that good play, moving up the
Udah peringkat
leaderboard.
1 gua.
As we go from a wonderful little
Baru hole ke 7 nih.
Longer par 4 the 7th.
And as you can see, there's a long fairway bunker down the left-hand side that makes you believe there's more room left than you actually have.
Mantep
It's
banget,
just
alhamdulillah.
not there. Players should be looking a little bit further right. If you find the fairway, your second shot should be straightforward. In fact, Luke, I made a 2 here. One time, so that shows you how simple this one can be.
They're in the bunker, looking for an up and down here. Well, I hope he makes this one. It's for par.
Kurang. Ya, kekencengan.
Oh, so close.
Elah.
Just a 4-footer remaining.
Bugi gua.
Looks good.
And there it is. Currently at 3 under for the event.
Moving down the leaderboard, Luke, never a good thing.
The 8th hole, a
7
long par 3
berarti
stretching
ya 11
240
tambah
yards at its
3
maximum.
14
It's no sleeper, that's for sure.
14 under par. Buset, gila nggak
The
tuh
front of
14
this
under
green
par.
is so narrow. There's no place to land it, especially when they put the flagstick there. This hole will grab your attention, as it should, because it's a long iron to a sliver of an opening. Even when they put the pin on the right-hand side, you want no part of it. The center of the green all day long here.
Dah, nggak ada yang bisa nyenggol nih gua.
And this putt to move into second spot on the leaderboard, or at least a share of it.
Come on, don't be shy.
Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Birdie lagi, saudara-saudara.
Well, that's worth reviewing. Let's roll the video tape.
I need to see this again because I still can't believe they hold that.
Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. The final hole on the opening 9 at TPC Sawgrass Stadium course, Rich, is a clever 3-shotter.
Par 5, 583 yards from the back. Most players will play this as a
Eagle.
3-shotter.
Eagle buat Eagle nih, 2 bungkus dari saudara Vigo Satrio. Ayo demi Eagle.
Miss it right or left. Good luck getting it up and down.
Masih bisa nih, gue Eagle nih.
Just a stroke behind the leader.
Allah. Kagak go, nyaris go.
Just gotta trickle this one in the front door. It's downhill.
Turun banget ya.
Surely it's going to.
Lumayan go, birdie lagi go.
He's feeling good. Just
Nggak ada obat gua. Berapa under par berapa nih? Berapa under par nih gua nih? Udah.
Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. Tied at the top, Rich, with the back 9 here left to
5 sama under.
Want to be up or in the lead going in the final 9 holes. That's what they practice for. That's what they want to be. They want to be in this position. Let's see how it all plays out. Ooh,
Ya
a little
Allah.
bit of an interesting pass at it.
Xander Schauffele, delightful player out of San Diego, California. He's got that cool vibe about him. Came out one early a few times, but then he seems to have struggled to find that next step, hasn't he? He's sort of golf's
Sorry,
man,
guys.
except when he got that gold medal put around his neck.
I think that took his confidence to a place where it should have been in the first place, Luke. I think that this young man, he's got no weaknesses, very little weaknesses, if anything, in the game. I look at him and think,
Asli
why
buru-buru
hasn't
gua.
he won more?
Wah, hancur go, double bogey gua nih go.
He's put himself in contention so many times that there's only one person in the game that has
Double
won
bogey
at a
gua
clip
nih.
that he could have, and that's Tiger Woods. When you put yourself into contention as often as he does, you're
Wah,
just not
kesel
going
gua,
to
udah double
Somebody is going to
bogey.
come from back in the pack, shoot a great round, and you might struggle just a
Jadi
little bit,
3
whatever the
under
case.
depan.
But yes, he hasn't closed as many tournaments as he would have liked, but he is there each and
Ayo
every
balikin
week.
ini gua.
I got to say, this kid is he's a world beater. He's going to be phenomenal.
Well, this should affect the ball flight.
Lah,
A few shots under par at the
kok di
moment.
situ?
Tied for 6th position. Great shot. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
I'd say he's about 165 from this flag.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back from his rival.
Let's return to live play now. Playing their 4th shot. 2 strokes off the lead. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. Oh, that's a good way to end what was a challenging hole.
Yeah, in the bunker.
Ah, buru-buru sih mainnya. Ah.
Trailing by a few shots after that hole. Well, the tee shot is all that matters on the short par 4 12th. Most players can reach the green. It's just a decision whether the player goes for it or not.
They can, but they better be aware that there's a lot of danger up there. Water left obviously is no good, but even bailing out to the right in those dunes, in the mounds, and little pot bunkers on top of those mounds, well, forget about it. That's not a good space either, especially since the green does run pretty hard from right to left. If you want to take this hole on with driver and expecting to make 3, well, you need to realize that a 5 and a 6 could be easily made as well.
A chance for a birdie if this goes down.
This is on a stupendous line.
That's a long-range bomb, and with it, puts extra strain on the person chasing behind them. And currently leading this tournament is Tony Finau. Lovely play. Well, as you start to hit here at TPC Sawgrass, you're blessed with this wonderful par 3.
Jadi terus.
And this is a really cool par 3. You've got 3 distinct areas on the green, front right, all the way on the left-hand side, and the back right. Wherever they put the pin is going to dictate what shot shape you want to have into that green. I think it's a really cool design because it requires you to think about how you want the golf ball to land on the green and the way you want it to bounce. I think Pete Dye did a great job in designing this green.
That was a gallant attempt. He has about 14 feet to the hole.
Nice little par putt here.
And nicely holed.
Ya. Rendah, ngepar dah.
Move over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Ini.
And now this is why you can never get comfortable, even if you're leading a PGA Tour pro. This is what they do. They mean business.
There's a few birdie opportunities out of the gate here on the second 9 at TPC Sawgrass, but it really starts to toughen up down the stretch, starting here with a difficult par 4 14.
Difficult tee shot on this plank, some 481 yards from the tip. You find the fairway, and you've got a decent chance of finding the green with your second shot. But if you're out of position anywhere on this hole, your number will go up exponentially.
And what are we looking at here, Henny?
This whole location for him, well, it's about 185 yards out.
Opting for the 6-iron. And approach didn't seem to fit their eye. Sitting at -4. Currently tied for 4th place. Well, that's an impressive little chip.
Such soft hands.
He has this putt to save his par. Yeah, good putt. Well holed. He's in a share of 5th position.
Anjir, udah ada yang 7. Gila. Gila.
The par 4 15th again requires another strong tee shot because there's some trees in the way, Rich.
Players do hit through a chute off this tee shot, which makes it a little bit simpler, I believe, for the players. Bunker down the right-hand side is no good because you'll have trees blocking you out with your second shot. If you miss it left into the pine straw, now you've got some trees blocking you out there, so finding the fairway is imperative. This green is no fun. You find the center of the green and you might be able to putt every single day, but in all reality, you have to find the correct section in order to give yourself the best look at making a putt.
A chance to move to 5 under par.
Come on, ball. Come on.
Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade.
They're going to have
Dia
to
udah ada
dig
yang
deep to pull
7,
this one out.
anjir.
Let's see what they got.
The leader now has a one-stroke advantage.
I tell you what, inching closer to that top spot on the leaderboard, things are definitely heating up.
This is a good time to get hot with the tournament on the line. They're still chasing their first win of the season.
Multiple top fives this year. I guarantee a win at some point in the year.
Aduh.
And here we are with the third shot. He's 2 shots back.
Berdi nih. Bisa. Ya elah. Eagle tuh. Jadi berdi ya.
Now heading over to Xander
Gak apa-apa dah.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival.
Ayo udah 6 under par nih. 2 hole lagi. Anjir dia 8 dong.
All right, Rich, you've stood there, you've hit the shot. Take us through the par 317.
Ini bahaya nih.
Practice round, it looks like you could just throw it on there. But when you're in a tournament round, it doesn't even look like it exists. The hole changes so much when the tournament starts. That's what I love about it. You just add 35,000 people
Nice.
who are having some fun and ready to heckle you if you knock it in the water. Good luck. Enjoy.
Here's Xander Schauffele.
Buru air lu.
Puff of wind blowing right to
Buru
left.
air lu. Ini gak kejago mau challenge gue.
This would be a timely one to hole. Let's make this putt.
Short game has been absolutely fantastic today.
That's pretty tidy.
Oi.
And that will
Nice.
drop in for
Alhamdulillah.
birdie. And that will take him to 7 under.
Ayo, last hole.
Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead.
Wah, kalau gua sampai berdi,
Closing the gap.
partai sudden
This
death
player
nih.
faces the final hole of the tournament, just 1 stroke off the lead.
Ya Allah. Ah, nafsu banget dah.
Time for the second shot on the 18th.
Ya Allah.
Not really what they were hoping for there.
Tremor gua
Getting
langsung.
ready to play their third. Just 1 stroke off the lead.
Pretty good shot
Malah
there.
bugi gua.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Iya, gua langsung tremor gua.
65 yards.
And choosing the 8-iron here.
This one needs to kick left and kick left hard.
Didn't quite get the approach close enough, so a long putt in front of them.
Jauh lagi. Bisa double bogey nih begini urusannya nih. Astaga. Minus 4 dong.
Let's hold this for a 67. And
Nggak berapa gua nih.
today. Well played.
Minus 5, under 5 under par, biarin dah. Gol online go. Oh enggak, gue lanjut nih.
Well, that concludes our tournament and the gap
Rame soalnya anjay.
Just needed to be a little bit sharper with the irons this week. Overall, they were good, but it was less than spectacular in spots. It's something they're going to need to go back and work on before the next event if they want to finish any better. However, finishing just 3 strokes back, that's got to give them a lot of confidence, a lot of belief in their game at the moment.
Well, that was a thrilling day, and on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for your company. We look forward to the next time you join us.
Oke, siap. Kabarin aja. Aduh, jengkol lagi. Kirim-kirim lah. Ya, Adidas mau masuk lagi. Ganti baju dulu, guys. Ah, ini baru bisa nih gua 4 lobang jadi eagle nih. Naikilah, brand gua kan Nike. Ya. Apa sayang?
Two-K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Valspar Championship is about to begin. Hello, I'm Luke
Let's go.
2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beem, who's in the booth. And it's a hello to Henny Koyak
Dapat
on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very pleased to be covering this particular featured group because there's a fresh rivalry developing. I smell rivalry in the air. It's going to provide some great entertainment to both the spectators and us this week.
So it looks like they're trying to beat Colin Morikawa this week. That's ambitious. Seems like a friendly duel from the outside, but could create some extra sparks today.
I almost just have to laugh. Someone saying they're going to beat Colin Morikawa. Does that even happen these days? He's one of the most consistent players on tour. I don't know that he's beatable.
Well, he's been accused of having a balky putter occasionally, but you're right.
Lu udah on belum? Jangan bacot.
The short game's irresistible, but I think the most impressive thing about young Colin
Lu udah on
is his
belum?
mindset.
Ah,
He's got a
Mali.
40-year-old mind on a 20-year-old body. No wonder he's winning at decent rate of knots.
Ya Allah.
Rolling end over end. This putt's looking great.
Well, Rich, that's ideal. A birdie to start the day.
Kalau udah on, gua on. Gua nyelesain ini deh, Ji.
He finds himself in a
Baru mulai nih, masih ada 17 lagi.
There's a feature here at the Copperhead course of Innisbrook Resort.
Di sebentar
Rich
ini
comes
mah.
into play at the second.
Downhill tee shot. You want to keep your tee shot out to the right as best you can to take out the trees that hug the left-hand side. Green sits well above the player's second shot. They won't see how close they hit it from the fairway.
Chosen the pitching wedge here. Needs this to kick a bit left. What's in front of them, Henny?
Yeah, he's staring down about 12 feet. This is what they have left for birdie here.
Hey, nice looking line. Wonderful shot. That's a momentum maker, isn't it?
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there.
Pasti.
Now let's switch our focus to Collin Morikawa. He's 2
Ya,
strokes
ngapain sih
behind
Jepang?
his rival this week.
And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. Nicely played. Moving on up the leaderboard now after that hole. The Copperhead course at Innisbrook can really bite you, especially if you're slightly wayward, and there's one of those holes right here at the third, Rich.
Decisions to be made. The fairway narrows up. Should you take driver out? Also the water on the right. So players more than likely laying back with some kind of fairway wood.
From around 180 yards out.
Next shot straight back into the teeth of the wind.
Now that looked pretty good the whole way.
Already had a few birdies today. This for another.
Kejauhan.
Well, that's a nice line. Now over to Collin Morikawa.
He's currently trailing his
Gila,
rival.
3
Let's see what
birdie,
happens
Cok.
here.
In a row.
See if we can make this big putt for birdie.
Kagak.
I can't believe this. Is this going to
Ya,
go in?
masuk lagi.
Let's take a
Beruntung lu.
look at the leaderboard.
So Tiger Woods top
The fourth
juga.
hole, the first of the par threes on the property, and you've got to be dialed in on your number.
This is a challenging par 3, no doubt about it, Luke. This green pitches from right to left and from front to back, making it almost impossible to get it super close unless you have a perfect number into this par 3.
Going with the 7. Well, now you just got to pray for
Masih
good luck because that
bangker.
one's heading towards the sand. This would be a great up and down. What a shot!
Oh.
Almost went in the bucket.
Dapar aja nggak
Just
apa-apa.
9 feet remaining to the hole.
Gue terima.
Trying to save par here.
This one's looking good.
That's a good sign of a player's character, Rich. Still managed to make something out of the hole.
And a nice
Eagle nih, go,
save
eagle, go.
from the green side bunker. Nice par.
Eagle nih gua.
Just one off the lead after that hole. Stretching out over 600 yards means the par 5 fifth is no snack.
It is. Luke, I rarely say that par 5s on the PGA
Red.
Tour are challenging,
Langsung
but
bangker.
this is definitely one of them.
Nggak jadi kok eagle-nya.
Uphill tee shot and a second shot that is downhill, moving from right to left. That's completely blind for these players. There is a tree about 100 yards out, which is going to be something they aim at when they lay up. Third shot, though, is very basic, down the hill to a fairly flat green surrounded by some bunkers. More than likely, most players are going to
Malah
have to lay
ngeparah,
up on this
anjir
par
lah.
5.
Time now for the 4th shot. Currently a shot off the lead. Ah, that's a touch of class.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
Nggak apa-apa lah.
So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole. The 6th hole at Innisbrook's Copperhead course, Rich. It's a challenging one, isn't it?
If you find the fairway off the tee here, you are an amazing human being. The fairway tilts from right to left very significantly. Holding the fairway is almost impossible.
Sitting at -3, tied for 2nd place. Looks to be going with the 6 iron.
Op.
Yeah, this is lovely.
Now let's switch our focus to Collin Morikawa.
Ah, ngepar
He's 1
lagi.
stroke behind his rival in this event.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. And only one off the pace here. Oh, I thought that one was going in. Opportunity to make their par.
Right over the spot they were looking at.
Yeah, nothing to sweat over that one. Well hold.
3 kali
Now
par.
3 under overall. Standing on the 7th tee, players get to breathe a sigh of relief having the 6th behind them.
You know, Luke, this is sneaky hard, to be fair. You don't need driver, and so you might get lulled to sleep a little bit by taking 3-wood out just for position. Any misses to the right or the left are going to be blocked out by some pretty gnarly trees. The green tilts from right to left ever so slightly, and watch out for those deep bunkers front of the screen. They'll grab your golf ball in a hurry.
Masa gue ngepar lagi dah.
They've found the bunker, but a chance to maybe save from there.
Up.
If he makes this, he'll save his par.
Ah, bogey gua.
Good chance this one, right on 6 feet.
These are on rails, looking good.
Now over to Colin Morikawa.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. And unfortunately heading in the wrong direction on the leaderboard after that hole. Well, if you haven't felt snake bitten already, the 8th at 230 yards, Rich, will certainly get you.
Everybody loves a 230-yard par 3, don't we, Luke? They're just wonderful, wonderful designs, and I'm laughing because this is nearly impossible. This green is just a sliver up there. A high shot moving a little bit from left to right is an absolute must on this par 3.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
This one, guys, he's got around 9 feet. He's got this for his par.
Just 2 shots back after that hole. Ball striking continues to be the order of the day as the players arrive on the 9th tee at par 4.
Yes, just thread those bunkers off the tee shot somehow with the driver. Second shot is going to be straight back up the hill. And once again, with the pin position over on the right-hand side, players will be unable to see where their golf ball pitches. This is a quality par 4.
That was a great shot at the right time.
Gotta say, I can't see them not making birdie here, Luke.
And with that, that's their 4th birdie. And with that, he'll move to 3 under par. Colin Morikawa setting up his shot. And after that effort, that's how it looks. This is the transition point of the round, making the turn, heading for home. How do you rate this player's performance so far?
Yeah, they're playing well right now. They're inside the top 10, and they're looking to continue that move up the leaderboard.
Nicely done. Playing from around 150 yards here. Just 2 shots behind. Opting for the 9-iron. That's nicely done. And this putt to move into a tie for second. This has eyes for the hole. The putt drops, and that's back to back.
Focus.
And that will take him to 4 under. And after that hole, the standings have this player in 2nd place, behind Tiger Woods. Very few parts of the golf course make you feel comfortable, but chance of birdie at 11.
Finally, we have a birdie hole. Just avoid that bunker down the left-hand side. On the right-hand side of the fairway, you can go ahead and chase one up there. Even if you can't get it on the green in 2, that front bunker is not a bad leave. But beware, there are some trees over on the right-hand side that could block you out.
Handy effort, that one. Rich, considering everything that's been said about the great Tiger Woods throughout his entire career, it almost seems superfluous to add anything more to it. But what that man has meant to the game, and again, to people like yourself who have gone on to win major championships as well.
Yeah, I would think what Tiger has brought to the game is just he changed the perception of the game of being kind of an old man sport, and all of a sudden he's out there winning and fist pumping and getting the crowds fired up and everybody into the game. It just kind of changed the entire complexion of it. No longer do you have these old guys that are dressed poorly with big beer bellies, and all of a sudden, you know, you got guys that are young and wearing these tight-fitting clothes, going into the gym and treating it more like a business instead of just a sport. He really changed the entire dynamic of the game, the landscape of what it takes to become a great player. And you know, everybody else was just kind of sitting there in awe going, well, how does he do this? Well, it's almost like he had a plan, a master plan to go out there and listen, I'm going to dominate by being physically better, mentally better, and I'm just going to steamroll these guys. And when he first started doing that, everybody's kind of looking back going, okay, he's taking this seriously. Maybe I need to start taking it seriously too, right? So it's just one of those things that came along that nobody knew what to really expect of him. But he told us right away, listen, I expect to win every single week out there, and sure enough, that's what he did.
Berapa? Buset.
Looking great now.
Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Agustus, ya udah nanti aja itunya. Ayo lo Tiger, lo budak lo.
For some, this par 3 plays 200 yards.
Luke, this tee shot is about as hard as 8th grade algebra. It is absolutely mind-bending. It doesn't look like much, but that green absolutely, I think the green is made out of Gore-Tex. It repels golf balls.
Well, with a pocket full of FedEx Cup points over the last half a dozen starts or so, this player certainly has been delivering consistent results and pushing for wins or winning, Rich. Do you expect that to continue here this week?
Without a doubt, the best player all around on tour in my mind's eye. It is no shock to see them contending for the lead once again.
This looks good. That's a good putt for par. You'll take it. Checking the scoreboard now. This player is currently sitting in a tie for the lead with Tiger Woods. The second of the back 9 par 5s, Rich, 14. There's plenty to it.
Only the biggest hitters in the game can reach this one in 2, so any tee shot just out to the right is ideal. That way it leaves an easier shot out to the left for your layup. The third shot will be going downhill to a green that tilts from back to front, guarded by a deep bunker over on the left-hand side. You find the fairway with your second shot, you've got a really good chance to hit your third in there close.
Sitting at 6 under in a share of the lead.
Ya elah.
That's really not what we were looking for.
Rich is one of the rare players to ever tame the
Ya elah, goblok banget Dani setik.
How did you manage to do it?
Taming him, that's a big stretch there. You know, I did it because I never had to play with him. I was fortunate enough to not be paired with him the third round, nor in the final round. I was paired with Justin Leonard. And going back to the comments about the roars, you know, not knowing that was him making those birdies. You assumed it was, you couldn't deny that it was, but not knowing, it was a lot easier to say, well, that was Fred Funk, who he was playing with in the final round, who was having such a great week as it was. It was easier to deflect that a little bit. I think if I would have played alongside him, I think things might have been a little bit differently, because he does bring a different energy, and sometimes it can be uncomfortable. But when you start hearing those roars going up and you're playing with him, well, you know exactly what's going on. But when you're not playing with him, I was able to kind of deflect what he was actually doing, and I was fortunate.
Sitting at 2 under par, currently in 10th place. And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. The long par 3 continues to be a feature here at the Copperhead course, and 15's no different.
It is. Thankfully, though, this is the flattest green, or one of the flattest greens on the golf course here. It's basically just a long iron down the hill to this flat green. Don't miss it left. That is no good.
That's almost a gimme. Great chip.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
And all of them are chasing Tiger once again as we move to the next. Well, as you enter the dreaded snake pit here at Innisbrook's Copperhead course, Rich, you know where you stand on the 16th tee.
This tee shot forces your hand. You must take it down the right-hand side in order to have a good look at this green for your second shot. Any misses out to the left, you're going to find the trees in all sorts of trouble.
Good shot there.
Slim chance for a birdie, but in all reality, 2-putt for par would be just fine.
Okay, let's get back to the action. Oh, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt.
Always rooting for this player, Luke. I hope this one goes.
Aduh. Bisa ngepar ini.
Ooh. No, that's too bad. Just 6 feet between he and the hole.
Looking good so far.
And in it goes for the par. Tiger Woods back in his familiar spot, currently in the lead as we head to the next tee. The Copperhead's penultimate hole is a good par 3 playing up the hill.
It's a tough tee shot, plays longer than what's on the yardage. Any pin that's in the front part of the green is a difficult one to find as the green is so narrow.
Now over to Colin Morikawa.
Birdied their last hole.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
He's got to be careful this doesn't get away from him here. This is downhill.
Let's get back to it, shall we? And he needs this to save par.
Good stuff today, especially the short game has been really sharp today.
Oh, that's a lengthy putt. Well hold. The leaderboard has them sitting in second place behind Tiger Woods. The closing hole of Innisbrook's Copperhead course is also the final hole of the snake pit, and this one here has everything going against it.
Lay it back and you're going to have a long second shot back up the hill, but if you take driver and find the fairway, you'll be rewarded with a very short second shot.
Going with the pitching wedge here.
This one is chewing fiber.
Putting for birdie here.
If this putt drops, they'll pull in front of Colin Morikawa. Let's see if they can start applying some pressure.
It was on a good line. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole. And we're all over. Bar the shouting. There's no doubt this player was one of the players to watch this week, but ultimately, Rich, unable to get the victory.
One of the best players in the game, but just couldn't quite get it out of second gear this week. You know, day late, dollar short, however you want to look at it, didn't get the victory.
Well, another great day of action here at 2K Sports. On behalf of Rich Beem, the entire hard-working folks and team here, I'm Luke Elvey. We look forward to your company next time. BJ Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Valero Texas Open. Today's coverage is about to kick off. I'm Luke Elvey alongside major champion Rich Beem in the booth. And it's wonderful to welcome in Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be following this particular featured group because there are rumours of quite the rivalry starting to bubble between these two players.
Well, this week, Henny, it looks like they're intending to beat the big-hitting Brooke Henderson. She might be a kind Canadian, but certainly a fierce rival.
Yeah, she's not going to say sorry. Just make sure you don't look in her trophy cabinet beforehand because you might get intimidated. There's some big major championships in there. Brooke Henderson, speaking of big, hits it big, got big game, and is just so lovely on top of it all. I almost don't want her to be beaten.
Yes, she's a born winner, isn't she, Brooke Henderson? This is going to be a tough rivalry, but one if you can win will certainly build your confidence. He currently shares 4th position. Let's head across to the second, which is a par 5, but a long one, stretching over 600 yards.
Straight away for the most part, but there's a lot of danger both right and left here. The fairway bunkers down the left-hand side shouldn't really cause an issue. However, the second shot, the layup zone, there is a deep bunker on the right-hand side that could be brought into play. The third shot is to a green perched well above the fairway, and it's actually a double green. This green is also part of the 7th green.
Getting ready to play their third. This putt coming up was for birdie.
Yeah, this is looking nice.
And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She's got some work to do. She's 2 strokes behind so far.
What a shot.
All over the parking lot, but a chip in for par saves the day.
Rich, let's head to the par 3 third, the first of our shorter holes.
You really hope that the wind is not blowing into your face on this tee shot and making it that much more difficult and longer. This green's perched up high. There's runoffs all around the left-hand side and the back portion of it, and obviously you want no part of coming up short. Players that find this green will find it difficult to two-putt as there's lots of humps and bumps and swales in it.
Oh, just missed. 3 feet to go here to the hole. Well holed. Let's move on. Currently a couple under for the round. The 4th is one of the stronger par 4s at TPC San Antonio, stretching 485 yards.
This is a very narrow driving area, especially where that fairway bunker comes into play down the left-hand side. Second shot is to a green that runs from right to left with a deep bunker down the left-hand side. Anything missed out to the right is no bargain either, as there's a runoff area out to the right-hand side. This is a difficult par 4.
Why don't we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
She's 2 strokes behind her rival this week.
Okay, time to return to the action. They're looking to get this one close in hopes of saving par. Ooh, that almost went down. And a par putt awaits him. In she goes. Let's head to the next. Well, TPC San Antonio gives you a few chances to get after the golf course, Rich, and right here at the 5th, there's a decision to be made off the tee.
This is an excellent opportunity to be brave, knock it on with a driver. If you lay back with an iron, a very straightforward pitch, but I just don't see the players wanting to lay up.
That's a shame. Had a chance to hit the green, but couldn't quite get there.
Not taking enough club to get it there.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. Oh, I don't mind this par putt. Nice line. And down she goes. And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
She's got some work to do. She's 2 strokes behind so far.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. And a very familiar sight, Tiger Woods on top of the leaderboard. Time to see what this par 4 has in store.
Players must find the fairway, avoiding that bunker down the right-hand side. But from there, second shot is up the hill to a green that runs away from the players ever so slightly. But still, going in with a short iron into this par 4, a birdie is definitely makeable.
That's not what he had hoped for, I'm pretty sure of that. Oh, Henny, that looks like a putrid lie. Is it bad?
No, this is just unfortunate. So close to the fairway, but sitting really down.
This one
Oke, siap. Bentar ya.
Let's see if we can make this. Keep the par on the card. Well, that's a bit disappointing.
Wanted to get it up to the hole, but was just unable to up that slope.
Yeah, you'll take that. Now 4 back after that hole. The par 3 7th, Rich, has this big cavernous bunker that sits right in the front center of the green.
And it's a triple tier green as well, Luke. It shares it with the 3rd hole. Anything missed out to the right will be fine, although you'll be in a low area. It will be difficult to get it super close. But yes, you must avoid the bunker on the left-hand side. It is cavernous, as you say.
Penasaran di Tiger Woods gua.
Oh, and ladies and gentlemen, that was laser-like. Took a great deal of accuracy there. Well, this would be a good putt to make to move into the top 5. Just didn't drop. And this putt coming up for his par. That gets the job done. And the entire field looks up at that familiar sight and sees the name of Tiger Woods on top. Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? Look out world was his statement when he came out on the Pro Tour, and we look back in the greatness in sports, right across all sport in the world. Has one player or one athlete had a greater impact on their sport more than Tiger Woods did for golf?
I hate to say no, because I also look back at the sport, Luke, when Arnold Palmer came through. Good-looking fella, and just kind of came from a blue-collar background, and I kind of think that Arnold Palmer paved the way for a Tiger Woods then go out and dominate, because golf was already on the radar. It just wasn't nearly as much on the radar as it is now because of Tiger. But I think because of what Arnold Palmer did, he set the groundwork for all of this. But in saying that, in the modern era, in the modern game, to be fair, and you look at every sport across the books, and I don't care whether you're talking about Tom Brady, LeBron James right now, I don't think you have a bigger player globally, with the exception of maybe Messi or Ronaldo, than Tiger Woods. I just think that from a global standpoint, Tiger Woods, whenever he shows his face anywhere, people lose their minds. Like, grown men lose their minds if they get a glimpse of Tiger Woods from 50 yards away. I've seen it before, Luke, and I'll see it again, but it never seems to amaze me, baffle me, make me giggle a little bit. Like, holy cow, this guy's Elvis. He's Elvis Presley. I mean, because Elvis was the biggest guy in the world as far as I can tell. It's mind-boggling how big Tiger Woods is in this game, and continues to be, and will forever be.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Look who's stalking us all on top of the leaderboard. It's Tiger Woods. As players make the turn, they find themselves on the tee at the 10th.
Generous driving area on this downhill par 4 that doglegs slightly from left to right. Second shot will be back up the hill to a green that's well protected by 3 bunkers. This is a good birdie opportunity if you find the fairway.
And Rich, we talked about so much and we heard so many of them throughout the years. A Tiger roar just sounded different to any other roar on the golf course. Explain just the energy of that and what you endured.
Well, the Tiger roars usually involved about 35,000 folks, and any other roar was about 3,500. So that was already a massive difference. You just knew it. There's just an energy in the air. When you heard a roar go up, you immediately could tell whether it was Tiger or it was somebody else. And it all kind of depends on how you were affected by it. And I think that where a lot of players got into trouble was listening for the roars and listening what kind of roar it was. And when they let it into their head that it was a Tiger roar, then I need to do something better. I need to change it up real quick. And in fact, that's probably what hurt them more than anything else. But listen, when Tiger did something fantastic, everybody on the golf course knew it was him.
And back to the play, shall we? Now 3 strokes back after that hole.
Managing to chase down the leaders, closing that gap. Gotta like it.
Another birdie opportunity lies at the par 4 11th, but players must navigate the fairway bunkers.
Tee shots must be placed on the left-hand side to get the best view and angle for their second shots, as this green sits below the player and moves from left to right. Tee shots down the right might be closer, but it's going to leave a second shot over a deep bunker and making it that much more difficult to get close.
Jangan.
Elah. Control, I think.
Missing it short there, they will definitely be upset.
Oh, that's the hands of a surgeon. Lovely touch.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. The putt drops, and we're moving on. Why don't we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
She had a bad previous hole, came off with bogey.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. Rich, this par 4 12th and really challenging, especially around the green.
This tee shot is underrated in difficulty-wise. This is not an easy tee shot as this fairway pitches from left to right. You want to skirt the bunker down the left-hand side as best possible to find the fairway. Second shot from there goes straight uphill and surrounded by 2 of the deepest bunkers on the golf course. As they say, Luke, everything is bigger in Texas, and these bunkers are proof of that.
Oh, good look at birdie here. What an excellent time to make a big putt like that. And you bet their rival knows just what happened. Moments like that deserve another look.
What an amazing putt from way out.
Okay, as we move along, it's Tiger on top of the leaderboard. 13's a long par 3, measuring 245 yards, Rich, but it is playing downhill.
Downhill to a sliver of a green, however. Anything missed out to the right will leave a very challenging pitch shot to a green that'll sit well above them. Come up short in those bunkers, well, that's no bargain either. A 3 here, well, you done good.
Always nice to have a birdie putt.
Oh yeah, this is tracking nicely.
And now over to Brooke Henderson's next shot.
Yeah, she's down, she's behind, her rival's scooting ahead. Let's see what happens.
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage.
I tell you what, inching closer to that top spot on the leaderboard, things are definitely heating up.
Well, this should find the short grass. Time for the second shot at the 14th. It's like that ball had a magnet in it for the bunker. Always a tough shot to get out of.
Looks like they have a bad lie here in the sand.
And here we are with their fourth. Just a couple back from our leader. How close was that to going down? Well, these are good putts to make. Good for momentum, right on 7 feet.
This is what they have left for par here.
Ooh, nice line. Ouch,
Ya Allah.
Just a short putt remaining here. He's currently tied for fourth.
Not much happening, moving down the leaderboard, never a good sign.
As we start heading for home, Rich, we find ourselves on the tee at the 15th.
Could be the hardest hole on the golf course, Luke. Tee shot must avoid that bunker down the right-hand side. Second shot is to a green that's perched above the fairway and surrounded by 4 bunkers that are mean. This hole could make or break a player's day.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? Sitting at 2 under, tied for fourth. Not sure if they got that one flush. This might not find the fairway. Setting up in some very deep rough. Well, this is one of those lies that dictates a shot, but it doesn't seem like it's a tough one. Time for the 5th shot. Just 3 strokes back. 5 feet coming up to the cup. And with that putt, now even par, with the final few holes to go. Tiger Woods back in his familiar spot, currently on top of this one. As we find ourselves at the 16th, the par 3. Great entertainment here, Rich, especially with the centre bunker.
Love this hole. Probably my favorite one on the golf course, even with that bunker in the middle. The back portion of this green actually is an amphitheater, so anything missing a little bit long on both sides should wander back onto the green.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Setting up this putt 9 feet from the cup. An important par save.
This one's dialed in. Oh, that's a clutch par. And that par ensures he'll stay right there at even par. As we get down the stretch here at TPC San Antonio, there's a number of options that can be taken. This 17th's a fascinating hole.
Luke, if it's playing downwind, a driver is a must. If it's back into the wind, take out the iron for safety.
Why don't we catch up with Brooke Henderson?
She's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Let's return to live play now. 16 feet to the cup.
Their short game today has been absolutely sublime fun to watch.
Go on, get in the hole. Oh, what a round this is. 7 birdies today. And with it, he moves to 1 under par. Well, while the closing hole at TPC San Antonio can be reached in 2, Rich, it's all set up by the tee shot.
Tee shot must find the fairway. If not, you have water hazards left and bunkers right that will gobble up that second shot if you're slightly out of position.
Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
They can't quite see the green here, Luke, because it's elevated, it's much higher. They're definitely going to have to club up.
And he's hit that inside the range.
There's a long way, but I tell you what, I've seen it happen before, so there's a chance.
And that signs off on today's round. Well, I think that warrants another look. Let's see that again.
They got their putting boots on here. Look at how this ball rolls end to end. Thing of beauty.
And Henny, I think the takeaway for this player is that they really dominated their rival at this event.
Absolutely, Luke. I think the consolation prize is the way they performed against their rival this week. That should absolutely give them confidence as they prepare for their next event.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now.
Wah, gua kalah poin sama Tiger Woods, gokil amat. Gila. Ntar dulu ya, Go. Poin gua kalah nih.
In association with the PGA
Ji, sorry Ji,
is
Go.
proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Legends Championship is about to start. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi, Luke. I'm very happy to be out here. As this event kicks off, our featured group consists of 2 players that appear to have entered into this fantastic rivalry.
Yeah, so this week their goal is to beat Jon Rahm. Henny, that is by no means an easy feat.
No, if Jon Rahm is fired up, sparks could fly, you want to be out of the way, and he's just going to go straight through like a Spanish.
Mantap.
Yes, he's fire and brimstone, isn't he, Jon Rahm? All the Americans couldn't beat him in a Ryder Cup. This player, well, it's an ambitious rivalry to say the least. And let's have one more look at that shot.
Yeah, they were looking at an up and down, but just down.
Looking ahead, this player is currently tied for first in the field, alongside Xander Schauffele. Okay, let's take it down to John McCarthy, who seems to be hiding behind a tree here. John, you've been getting familiar with this golf course. What will the players be dealing with this week at Lone Grove Golf Course?
Well, Luke, as I walk the course, checking it out this morning, the one thing that is immediate is this course is full of elevation changes. Not only throughout the holes either. It's like even when you get to the greens, the elevation changes can get you. These greens are dynamic, and that is putting it very lightly. You really have to plan out your approach shots into these greens to make sure you don't leave yourself in trouble. Some of these greens can straight up reject a poorly executed approach shot just from the contours of the green alone. Other times you may leave yourself on like the wrong shelf of a green, making the next putt nearly impossible. These greens can really play tricks on you here at Lone Grove Golf Course, and I'm looking forward to see how the players deal with it today.
A quick look at the leaderboard has this player currently in first place, with Xander Schauffele in second. Going with the 8-iron here.
Jon Rahm, watch that one all the way. Great approach shot. This player is definitely upping the pressure in this rivalry.
This one's looking good. And another one goes. And with it, an increase of his lead.
That sets a positive tone for the player, doesn't it?
Currently in first position. And they'd be feeling buoyed with confidence after that birdie. Here's a good chance to maintain the momentum. Quality shot, that one. Well, Rich, it's only mid-season, but you've got to like the way the player has been performing so far.
Yeah, look, this player has played so solid all year long. It's well within the top 125. I don't see any issues of this player not making it to the Tour Championship. I'd safe to say they're going to go ahead and move on.
Sitting at 3 under par. Currently in the lead.
Yeah.
Well, Rich, this won't come as a big surprise, will it? Because there's a lot of people talking about this player. They've been performing beautifully all season, and many think they can win this event.
Luke, absolutely. Week in and week out, this player has consistently performed at the highest level.
Bentar ya, Cok.
I got to
Poin
believe
gua
he's
kalah
one
sama
of
Tiger
people's
Woods.
favorites to win this tournament.
And back to the course with the live action. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
This is downhill. Can't be too bold.
This one's tracking.
That's a good putt to make, that one.
Unreal display this week with that wand.
Now leading by 1 shot. Here we are at the 5th hole. From about 100 yards. He leads the field by a stroke. Nice shot, that. That should find the surface. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me.
This is their look at birdie.
You can mark it down. That's birdie number 4 today. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. Xander Schauffele is coming off a birdie, which will take him to within 1 shot of the lead. Here at Lone Grove Golf Course, the 6th hole is a par 4 measuring a decent 465 yards, Rich, all the way back there at the tips.
No bunkers on this tee shot. Plenty of room to hit it both right and left, but if you miss it wide one direction or another, you're going to find all kinds of troubles with those tall trees. Just that one bunker that fronts the left-hand side of the green here. Again, though, a lot of runoff areas around this green makes that second shot so much more difficult to get it close.
Let's catch up with Jon Rahm. Let's catch up with the current proceedings. This one's for birdie. This one's online. Super shot, that.
2 in a row there, Luke, getting their groove on.
And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. Teeing off here at the 7th. Trying to get to 6 under now with this putt. That's disappointing.
A little too cautious on that effort there, Luke.
And that puddle drop. Well done. We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
He's currently in 4th place.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. This hole here is a par 4. Lining up from around 160 yards. Currently leading by 2. Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. That should find the surface. And he's safely on the green with that shot. And this putt is for birdie 3 on the scorecard.
Bentar sayang. Gue lagi kalah poin nih. Habis ini.
Looking really good this one. Oh, what a lovely putt to make. And that will take
lagi kalah poin. Ini Tiger Woods-nya lagi jatuh nih. Gue bisa nyusul abis game ini.
With Xander Schauffele in second.
Luke, that swing
Ya Allah, pakai kelepas lagi jari gua, anjir lah.
Henny, what does that lie look like?
Oh, some smiles here, a bit of luck in the second cut. It's sitting nicely.
That dog will hunt.
Getting ready to play their 3rd. Currently leading by 3. All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Let's go to Jon Rahm.
He's sitting there in the rankings at 4th.
Okay, let's get back to the action. Well, this would be a great par putt if he can make this.
It's looking solid.
That's well holed. Lovely position for our leader here, Rich. Out in front, but a few holes to go.
After 9, so far so good. It's great to see these 2 players stepping up, getting the best out of their games. It'll be interesting to see exactly who's going to be ahead at the end of the tournament.
Oh, well struck. This drive's heading for the fairway in my eyes. Sitting at -6. Currently in top spot. Going with the 6-iron here. Well, that'll be one of the shots of the day, that's for sure. A wonderful shot and a chance for birdie here on the 10th. Look at him just surging ahead at the top of the leaderboard. And with that, he'll move to 7 under. Incredible. And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. Opting for the 5-iron. This one needs to kick left.
Waduh.
Seemed to lose the handle on that shot.
And coming up well short.
And if this can go down, he'll save par. Good stroke. Yeah, good job. Nice par. We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. And with that hole behind them, this player currently holds down top spot on the leaderboard, and Xander Schauffele is second.
That swing reminded me of smooth jazz. Great rhythm.
Time for the second shot at the 12th. Well, that's showcasing their power there, Rich.
I tell you what a sensational play. This player stepped up their game. A bold play, hopefully a bold reward.
Let's get back to it, shall we? Trying to get to 9 under for the event with this opportunity. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? You know, Luke Donald once made all 400-plus attempts inside 3 feet on the PGA Tour. Leading by 4 strokes after that one. Here we have a long par 4. It's going to take 2 great shots to get on. That's not the shot he was hoping for. Henny, do you have a better look at this lie?
It looks like they have a good lie here in the sand.
Well, that was a good strike. And here we are with the 3rd shot. This is a par putt. Wow, that's classy. Good save from there.
Absolutely. In the bunker off the tee, getting that one, that is a Brucey bonus.
So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. Our leader is currently enjoying a 4-stroke advantage. And there's always the sense of a birdie in the air when we stride onto a par 5 tee. That one's heading down Broadway. Second shot here on the 14th hole. Good shot there, Beamer. Getting ready to play their 3rd. How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. Putting for birdie. He's making this look easy. Keeps surging ahead. Now at -9 for the day. Teeing off here at the 15th hole. That's a good-looking shot there. And Henny, What's he facing with this one?
Well, you can club down. Everything's all in front of you as it runs into this downhill green.
Yeah, good swing. This one's heading up onto the green for sure. That's a good shot by him. He'll be delighted.
Slim chance here for birdie, but you never know.
That is hunting for the hole. And that's back-to-back birdies as we head down the stretch.
Woo, that is some pretty good breathing room. Out in front by a bunch.
Moments like that deserve another viewing. Let's take a look at the replay.
Yeah, let's see this again. Have this one on repeat.
And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that.
3 holes remaining. This is what it's all about. Time to see who is going to get it done.
This one's a par 3. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. Well, they'd love a little bounce to the right here. And this is an extremely long putt. They might even have to hinge on this one.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
That'll sting a bit. This one just outside 7 feet to the hole.
Putt is underway.
Solid par putt, that. Let's go to Jon Rahm.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a 6-stroke advantage.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on?
And now we find ourselves with a par 4 here.
Standing on this par 4 and leading. What's the strategy? What's going on through their mind? Attack it or lay back?
Time for the second shot at the 17th. Well, that was fantastic. What a shot from the leader. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
He's 13 feet out. Unlucky for some.
Yeah, they're good momentum makers, those ones. Good putt for birdie.
11 under par, eplang bahaya banget lu.
And Rich, after the first 17 have tested the plan, they find themselves on yet one more examination with this last hole.
I love this hole because if you're leading and have a chance to win, this is the tee shot you want. There's all kinds of room out there to the right-hand side. Tee it high and let it fly. Give yourself the best opportunity to go into this elevated green with a short iron to make it as easy as possible on you. And it's much easier said than done, Luke, as you and I both well know.
And he can win the event here if he can hold this putt.
Their short game has been very impressive. They've
Yeah,
been really sharp today.
Okay, so luckily they've got another chance to get the win here. Well, Rich, as the legendary Jim Nance once said, they're now rich and famous.
Juara, bos.
That was an incredible statement by the great man and bestowed upon a great player. And this player will be thrilled to become rich and famous.
Oke, ntar gue live lagi. Gue mau apa? Ganti game dulu ya abis ini ya. Mau perang.
And Rich, I think you mentioned earlier that this player was your favourite. Well picked.
Listen, it's not a hard pick, is it? This player has consistently been there all season long. There's no reason why not to pick them to win. They just make me look smart. That's about it.
Well, on behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Oke, gue ke ganti game dulu ya. Thank you ya. Ntar gue nonton lagi.